Recording in progress.
Please check your audio and video settings, please. Please check your audio and video settings, please. Guys, respond in the chat box, please. Everyone, please check your audio and video settings. Yeah, boss. Yesterday we discussed what concepts, guys? What concepts, guys? Number one, how to convert Spring Boot profiles application that is there with properties file into YML. Into YML file. First, we have seen how to work with multiple YML files. Then we have seen how to keep multiple YML files related profile information in a single YML file. How to separate different profiles in single YML file, guys. What is the main separator? Please type in the chat box. Please type in the chat box. 3 hyphen symbols, right? Please type in 3 hyphen symbols. Next one. Yeah, can we activate multiple profiles at a time? You can activate, but it's useless. And moreover, there is a possibility of getting ambiguity problems also. Yes or no? What is fallback profile, guys? Okay, the profile that executes when the given profile related property file is not found, or its relevant keys are not found. So, okay, generally the information what you write in application.properties or YML will act as what? Fallback profile. What fallback? If something is missed, this comes into picture automatically. Fallback. Fallback means something is gone wrong, this will come into picture. Sir, what do you mean by default? Array, something is not given, default comes into picture. Something is there but not working, then fallback. So there's a difference between default and fallback, guys. If nothing is given, the one that will be there is called default. Something is given but some problems are there in execution, the one that comes into picture is called what? Fallback. Are you listening my statement, guys? English terminologies, boss. Right, boss? Okay, today we will discuss one more concept called child profiles or profiles include concept. Child profiles or profiles include concept, guys. Yeah, it's very simple, guys. You have keeping huge number of keys and values in single profile related property file is not recommended. In single profile related YML file is also not recommended. Property file it is not recommended. Single profile related YML file also it is not recommended. Are you listening my statement? Okay. Array, keeping in multiple files and linking sub files with helping files with the main file is nothing but child profiles concept or profiles include concept, guys. Is nothing but child profiles concept or profiles include concept. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay, now listen carefully. Listen carefully here. I will take this one. Either you can take property file or YML file. That's up to you. Choice is yours. Okay. Pros, what is that? 12. Real-time DI auto configuration. Profiles include, also called as profiles, child profiles concept, guys. A very simple concept, guys. Very simple concept. Don't break your head on it. Close the projects. Here is our profiles include, guys. Here is our profiles include, guys. Now tell me, this stuff is as usually there. Leave it. Check it out. Both DAOs are there. One DAO belongs to two profiles. Another DAO belongs to another two profiles. Okay, that's fine. Okay, on service and controller, no profiles are added. That means what? They will be used for all the profiles, guys. They will be used for all the profiles. Okay, they will be used for all the profiles. Okay, now come to this place. Resources, application dot properties. What is the active profile, guys? Dev. The active profile is what? Dev. Fine. So we have another thing. Dev related property file is there. Pro related property file is there. Test related property file is there. UAT related property file is there. Observe very carefully, guys. Dev and test. Dev and test are actually dealing with the same keys, guys, because both are dealing with the same MySQL database software, right? Same MySQL database software, dev and test. Instead of writing twice, what we can do, in one profile related property file, we can include other profile related property file. Are you listening my statement? Okay, now already in dev everything is there, boss. Already in dev everything is there. Okay, now here I'll come to test, guys. I come to test. Instead of writing them here what I write is, instead of writing them here, tell me, MySQL database software Archil UCP, Spring dot, come on, Spring dot. Why help is not coming? I supposed to get the help. Okay, Spring dot profiles dot include. Not only one property file, we can include multiple property files also. What's the name, guys? What's the name? What's the name? Okay, dev. Just there is no need of writing application hyphen dev dot properties, guys. Just mention dev, that's enough. Spring dot profiles dot include dev. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay. So now, so I'm able to avoid these four things now, boss. Okay. Now listen. Now listen. Sir, type key is there in the child one or also in the main one. Tell me what happened when child one is activated. Okay, when child one is activated, this will be taken. This type will be taken. When main one is activated, come on, guys. Okay, main one is activated, dev will be taken, guys. Okay, this is the included profile, guys. This is the profile we are trying to include. Now listen carefully. So this is the child profile property file in which is inheriting everything from dev. And in that one, we are overriding with the type. We are overriding type property value with what? Oracle UCP data source. Okay, what we are overriding? Apache DBCP2 basic data source we are overriding. Okay, let's see, guys. When I do this work, whether things are really taking place or not, let's check. When I do this stuff, when things are really taking place or not, let's check. What is the active profile I am taking? Test only. Because in the test I am including now. Okay, let's run the application. Let's run the application. Go to this place, boss. Right click, run on Spring Boot application. Again, we are able to talk with MySQL or not. That too by using Oracle UCP or not. That really matters for us. Oh, what's the problem? What's the problem? invalid profile specific resource. Haha. Property spring dot profiles dot imported location. Spring include as imported location from class path resource is invalid in profile specific resource. What is this? Is invalid in profile specific resource. Why so? Why so? Let me check the key. This is exactly that one only now was. One minute. Go to test, guys. Spring dot profiles dot include. Dev is not correctly spelled. Okay, that's not an issue. Our property file name is what, guys? Dev only, right? Okay. So I think I have pasted in wrong workspace. This is 12.1. Yes, that is right. This is 12.1. Okay. Test dot properties. Here dev is pointing to Apache DBCP2. That's right, guys. This client of correct one is executed. Client of correct one is executed, boss. Okay. Here we have removed this. Okay. Spring Boot application designation count one. What is that, clerk? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Child profile concept is not running. Imported from location class path resource application dot test property is invalid in profile specific resource. Profile specific resource. Acha, it is saying that you cannot do that work in what? It's saying that you cannot do that in what? Profile specific environment. Okay, just a minute. Go to application dot properties. Spring dot profiles dot active. Test only. Spring dot test only. Okay, 1 minute. Spring dot profiles dot active. Array, there is no need of. Oh, just a minute. Child profile concept is very like just a point to be added, nothing else. Okay, so let's not include here. Let's not include here. Let's go back to the original stuff. We'll go for main properties file. Let's not include here. Okay, fine, boss. Right. Now listen. Other day we discussed about fallback now. While dealing with fallback, we have come here, right? Here, what is this? Include. What is this? Include multiple keys from other properties files. Okay, what is that? Other properties file, other profile specific properties file. Profile specific properties files. Yes, guys. Now tell me here, what is that? Spring dot, just a minute. Spring dot, profiles dot. Here we are getting help, guys. Did you notice this? Include. Spring dot profiles dot include. Yes, we cannot write in profile specific property file, but we can write in what? Base properties file. What is that? We can write in what? Base properties file. So spring dot profiles dot include, guys. What profiles you want to include? What is that? What profiles you want to include? Suppose I want to include dev. I want to include test. I want to include dev. I want to include test. Okay, now listen. I want to include dev, I want to include test. Or you just want to write only one thing, fine, no problem. You want to write only one thing, write it. That's not a issue. Okay, now listen. Now this uh, now listen carefully, boss. Here I'm taking such a profile which is not there. For example, staging. We have a staging profile, guys. Is there any profile I created called staging? Not there. Do you have any application staging dot properties file? Not there. Not there. When not there, where it comes, guys? Default property file. What is default or fallback one? What is fallback one? Fallback one is this. Fallback one is this. In the fallback one, listen. In the fallback one, it looks for what? Spring dot data source dot driver class name, spring dot data source dot other things are not. But all of them are I'm collecting from where, guys? Dev. All of them I'm collecting from where? Dev. So whatever setup is there for dev, same thing will be applicable for staging or not. Same thing will be applicable for staging. Okay, this is our basic theory. Let's see whether our theory and practicals are matching or not. Okay, see, all these are only to give extra knowledge. I am giving this knowledge, boss. Don't think much on it. So, very rarely used concepts, boss. Designation count one. Here is what? Clerk. Designation count one. Here is clerk. Now, listen. What is active profile, my dear? What is active profile? Staging. What is active profile? Are you listening my statement, guys? Staging. Are you understanding? Okay. But staging related property file is there? Not there. So indirectly it is collecting everything from what? Dev only, na? Indirectly it is collecting from dev. Okay. Now interesting thing is, listen carefully. Go to this place, guys. Here I said dev comma prod. Array dev also having same keys, prod also having same keys. So then which values will be taken, guys? Then which value will be taken? The lastly occurred one. What is lastly occurred one here? Prod is the lastly occurred one. What is the lastly occurred one, guys? The prod is the lastly occurred one. Are you listening my statement? Now tell me, prod works with Hikari CP and it will connect with what? Oracle database software. Are you listening my statement? It will connect to what? Oracle database software. So here, let's see, guys. Okay. Designation count. This is clerk. Designation count. This is clerk. Okay. Now listen. What is happening? MySQL DAO Oracle DAO It's saying that ambiguity is coming. Oh, ambiguity is coming. 1 minute. Oracle DAO belongs to what? UAT. MySQL DAO belongs to this one. Come on. Right. Dev is another DAO. Prod is also having another DAO. Two different DAOs are there. Okay. So two different DAOs are there. Since both are activated, come on, guys. Since both are activated, what happened? We got the ambiguity problem while injecting what? These DAOs to this. Indirectly, it is trying to import both the things or not. Indirectly, it is trying to import both the things or not. So that's why, so it's better to specify only one name here or not. It's better to specify one name here or not. Are you listening my statement, boss? Okay. Right. So here is my what? Dev. Here is my, if I mention prod here, it will take the prod one. If I mention the prod here, it will take the prod one. Okay. So let's come to this place. Are I linking one property profile with, one profile specific property file to other profile. Okay. Clerk. Okay. Now it start working with the Jaxer or not there. Okay, boss. Now listen. While taking application dot properties as the properties file as the what is that? Fallback properties file. What guys? Fallback properties file having fallback profile information. What information? Fallback profile information. Okay. Instead of writing repeated keys and values. Instead of writing repeated keys and values in application dot properties which are already there, which are already there in, which are already there in, understanding my statement, guys, which are already there in another profile specific properties file, profile specific properties file. Okay. Another profile specific properties file, we can include that profile name in application dot properties file as shown below. So that's the reason this concept is known as child profiles or profiles include, guys. Child profile concept or profiles include. Now listen. Yes. Okay, how I'm talking about. Here is my application dot properties, boss. Copy this. Here is my application dot properties. Cool. Say paste. Yeah. What is the new profile I have taken? Staging. So staging property file is there, guys. Okay. We don't have. Come on. Application hyphen. What hyphen? Application hyphen staging dot properties file. Do you have application hyphen staging dot properties file, guys? Okay, we don't have properties file. So what happens, guys? So it will take, come on, guys. Application dot properties as the fallback file. But in that file, we are in that file we are not writing keys and values directly. Rather, we are getting by including, come on, guys, by including another profile name, another profile. What is the another profile we have included, guys? Prod. Are you listening my statement, boss? What is the another profile I am including, boss? Prod is the another profile that I am including. Okay, boss. Now tell me. So remaining all are same, guys. Application hyphen dev dot properties. Application hyphen okay test dot properties. Application hyphen tell me UAT dot properties. application prod dot properties. Right, guys, same as previous application, same as previous application, same as previous application. Okay, guys. Now listen. Hey, all these are small miscellaneous concepts, guys. Small miscellaneous concepts. Okay. So now listen. Okay. Now this inclusion makes this inclusion makes this inclusion makes application dot profile application dot properties file related fallback profile as what, guys? Fallback profile as fallback profile as a child profile. Whatever fallback profile is coming, fallback profile as child profile for prod profile. What, guys? Prod profile. Are you understanding? So only in this angle, parent and child, guys. Only in this angle, it looks like a parent and child. Are you understanding my statement, guys? This is only for knowledge sake I am giving. I'm not saying people will go for this much hangama, but I studied somewhere long back. I'm trying to share that knowledge with you people, right? Okay, boss. Shall we get into next one? What is the meaning of profile default? Profile default. This also we don't use, guys, but only for interview sake I am talking about this. I'm not saying in interview also they will ask it, but if they ask, you should have answer. That's why. What do you mean by profile default? When no active profiles are specified, the beans belonging to when no active profiles are specified or no active profile, the beans belonging to default profile will be instantiated. I hope you are understanding my point. Understanding what is the meaning of default? Okay. If no active profile is specified, if no active profile is specified, okay, specified, then all the beans of what, guys? Then all the beans of default profile will be pre-instantiated. All the beans of default profile will be instantiated. Really, sir? If no active profile is specified, then all the beans of default profile will be instantiated and used. Now listen carefully what I am trying to do here. I'll go to MySQL one. I'm commenting this. Listen carefully, please. Profile default. What is that, guys? Profile default. Are you understanding my statement, guys? For MySQL one, I kept profile default. Okay. Now listen. Right now, some active profile is there in application.properties. Active profile that I am having is prod. Active profile that I am taking is what? Prod. Are you listening my statement, guys? Prod is there, happily it will use the prod, guys. Since prod is there, it will happily use the prod. Now listen, says, listen the story. Designation count clerk. Okay. See what is coming? Jaxer means Ikari CP, boss. Jaxer Ikari CP, we are getting output. Right now, cool. Right now, cool. Now, okay. Right now, it's very, very cool, guy. That's not a big issue now. Okay, boss. Now you observe, you go to application dot properties, boss. You go to application dot properties. Here I am taking dev. Right now, any DAO class is there belonging to dev profile? Not there. Why? I commented that, and in that place I have mentioned default, right? In that place I mentioned default, but still I am running the application. Still I am running the application. Designation count one clerk. Designation count one clerk. Sir, what's happening? Why it is still working with what? Oracle DAO1. Why it is still working with Oracle DAO1? It is using basic data source. What data source, guys? Basic data source. What's the problem, boss? Why it is using Oracle DAO1? That question rises in your brain or not? Okay, what is the profile that is activated, guys? Dev. What is the profile that is activated, guys? Dev. Are you listening my statement? It comes to what? Application-dev. Application-dev. But here, what is the one? Data source. It is the data source pointing to MySQL database software Apache DBCP. Data source pointing to what? MySQL Apache DBCP. This is what actual thing was. But right now, do you really think, guys? Acha, 1 minute. This may be giving clash, boss. Okay, this may be giving clash. I'm removing this default one. I'm removing this child profile story completely. Forget about that child profile story, guys. Okay, now you come to this place. Now you come to this place. Designation count one clerk. Designation count one clerk. Now error is coming. Okay. Sir, why earlier it has taken prod one? When certain thing is not there, again it will come to whom? Fallback. In the fallback, what is there? Prod is there. So because of that, what is taken? Because of that, what is taken? Come on, guys. Oracle is taken, right? But listen. But in the dev, what is mentioned? Type is mentioned. Default type for Hikari CP1 is what? Default type is what? Hikari CP. And this one has overridden that one or not? This one has overridden that because there is no type here. Here type is there. So this type is taken and prod one is collected, guys. So that's the reason earlier prod one is collected. Now you observe very carefully. Right now, MySQL object is not created. Not created because it is not there in dev and test. It is there in default one. So now you please focus. I'm not activating any profile. I'm not activating any profile. No active profile is taken, guys. No active profile. Earlier, what is the story, guys? Okay. Earlier, what I said. If I don't add @ profile on the top of any Spring Bean, they will be ready for all the profiles, right? They will be working for all the profiles. Okay, but listen, @ profile default based Spring Bean will be activated only when no active profile is specified. Only when no active profile is specified. Now concentrate. Okay, now MySQL, no doubt. No active profile, guys. Designation count is 1. What is there? Clerk, guys. Clerk, guys. But no. That is not important. Object for MySQL is created or not. Error will come. Why? Because nothing is clearly there. That's why error is coming. But MySQL is created or not created? Okay. So if you want, you can mention, you can see that also. Everyone, please focus. Okay. Now dev is ready. Now dev is ready. You run the application. Error will come. Don't worry about error. Object for MySQL DAO created or not, that is important for me. Object for MySQL not created. Not created. Are you understanding? Okay. Now I am mentioning prod. Now I am mentioning prod, right? Now I mentioned prod. Okay. So now you go for what? Prod. Yes. Object for MySQL is created, guys. Object for MySQL is created here, not created. Because I mentioned prod, that's why Oracle one is created. Are you listening my statement? So whenever you activate profile, okay, the Spring Bean belongs to default profile, will not be instantiated, will not be activated. So when no active profile is there, when no active profile is there, are okay, default profile beans will be instantiated. Okay, now you observe here application.properties. I commented this. Okay, boss. Now listen carefully. Real time project. Designation count clerk. Designation count clerk. Now tell me here what is this? Okay. See, that error is because data source is not ready. That's why error, guys. Okay, but MySQL object is created or not there. Sometimes you may active profile, you may not activate profile. Come on. That time also you try to keep some default beans, ra Babu, when profile is not activated. May not be aware of activating profile. So you prepare for what? You prepare for what? Running your application. You prepare what? Running your application. Are you understanding my point? You prepare your application, running application without active profile. Then also you should have a beans to execute, right? If you keep all your beans distributed to this for what, UAT this for what, production this for dev this for test, but when no active profile is there, your application fails to execute, right? No, that is the problem, right? That's why you keep the habit of running some keeping some beans only for that situation when no active profile is specified. No active profile is specified. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Rajesh Magar, you cannot write @profile default twice, na? If you write twice, what happens? Tell me. If you write twice, what happens? Second one will override the first one, na, boss. So first of all, you checked out whether @profile is repeatable annotation or not. It is not repeatable annotation. When it is not repeatable annotation, how can you repeat, ra Babu? You cannot repeat, right? Okay. Now listen. So why? So what is my intention? I will tell. It's recommended to have some setup in your project to execute when no profiles are activated. When no profiles are activated, are you listening my statement? You should have some setup to execute. You must have some setup to execute. Are you listening my statement or not? Okay, guys. Now listen carefully. So what I do is this I am working for dev and test, boss. Cool. This I am keeping for dev and test. Now I will keep the setup ready, boss. Now listen everyone. EMP file save as. Okay, now when no active profiles are there, I want to work with the Tomcat CP. I want to work with the Tomcat CP as a default data source. Okay, Tomcat CP pointing to MySQL. This is my requirement. Are you listening my statement, guys? Pointing to MySQL. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay, super. Okay, let me try this. At the rate profile dev comma test comma default. Array here default is not profile name. Default is the one that should be used when no profiles are activated, right? Okay. Along with the dev and test, I kept it default also. Along with the dev and test, I kept a default also. Now come to this place, guys. Very interesting concept was. Yeah, this is Prof UIT. Now what I do is here I will go for bean name Tomcat CP TCP. Okay, at the rate profile default. At the rate profile default. Now tell me here, create Tomcat CP. Tomcat CPDS. Array something else. Create Tomcat CPDS. Tomcat CPDS. Now listen. What is the class name, guys? Anyone is having idea? What is the class name, guys? What's the class name? Anyone is having idea, boss? Okay. Now, if you don't know, no problem. Nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. We can collect it. But in order to collect it, first of all, you should add that one in pom.xml or not. First of all, we should add that one in pom.xml. Did we add Tomcat CP1 in pom.xml other day? Tomcat JDBC added, already added, right? Okay. Added means you will get Tomcat CP related jar file. You will get Tomcat CP related jar file. Can you find out where is that? Very small font is there. Tomcat CP related jar file, guys. Okay, now let's go for Tomcat JDBC is there. Okay, in that one, pool is there. In that one, what is this? In that one, what is this? Basic data source or data source dot class. What is the data source? What is the data source class name, guys? What is the data source class name? Data source dot class. Okay, data source dot class. We'll see another name. If not there, we will take that one only. Pool is there. Pool dot interceptor naming not there. Interceptor not there. Okay, data source itself there. Data source is there. Okay, first of all, data source. What's the class name, guys? Class name itself data source. Now listen. Class name itself data source. Come to this place. I'll give steps to write down. Don't worry. Data source DS is equal to TDS is equal. Tomcat CP DS is equal to new data source of. Array data source is there as a interface name. Data source is there as a class name also. Confusion may come or not. Come on. Achha, 1 minute. I think we have to search for one more name. Wise. Wait. Tomcat JDBC is there, and Tomcat JDBC is there. Come on. Tomcat JDBC is there. No, that XA data source is not there. Tomcat Julie is there. Array, yes, pooled. I think we have to see where is that XA. Data source name, boss. Data source name. Okay, fine, boss. Right. Okay. Saying that it's a data source only, but now you will get clash with interface name. So since you are getting clash with interface name, so better to mention package name every time or not? Better. Array interface data source is there, class name data source is there. Are you listening my statement? Interface data source is there, class name data source is there. So don't forget that. Okay. Otherwise, you stop working with interface, always work with, go for it. XA is a different word, don't worry about it. Now tell me, I am taking pool data source everywhere. Now tell me here, TCPDS. Next. TCPDS. Next. TCPDS. Next. TCPDS. Okay. See, TCPDS. What is saying that? Set driver, it seems, not driver class. Set driver. Change to set driver class name. Change to set URL. Change to set username. Okay, fine, guys. TPCS. Yeah, there are many places to collect it, guys. No problem. TCPDS. Now, this is for default, guys. Now, listen. I said MySQL is for default and Tomcat CP for default. Now listen carefully. I go to this application. Here I don't mention any active profile. I'm working with a profile, but I did not mention any active profile. Are you listening my statement? Are you listening my statement? I did not mention any active profile. Okay, now let's run the application, boss. Let's run the application. Okay. This is our client application, guys. Let's run it. Designation count 1. What is that? Clerk. Designation count 1. This one. Okay. Now some problem. Unsatisfied. Listen. Listen. MySQL object is created. Oh, our thought is right, boss. Our thought is right. Tomcat CPDS is happily executing or not? Come on. Tomcat CP1 is executing or not? What do you say, guys? Tomcat CP1 is happily executing or not? Then why the problem is coming, sir? Why the problem is coming? Maybe, okay, go to this place. Maybe go to this place. This is quite depth discussion. We are saying that, environment object, you gather all the things from this place. You gather all the things from this place. Sorry, boss. Right now, in our default property file, they are there. In our default property file, they are there, guys. Driver class name, URL, username, password. All these are there in our default properties file. In application.property, did we mention them? In application.property, did we mention them, guys? We did not mention. That's the reason problem is coming. What is the solution for this? Either you mention them in application.properties or hard code it. So I am preferring now hard coding to avoid the confusion. Understanding? To avoid the confusion, I am preferring hard coding. Tell me, guys, what is that? com.mysql. cj.jdbc.driver. Super, boss. Next. Or you can take another property file. jdbc colon mysql colon 3 slashes. What is that? 3 slashes. 3 slashes. NTAJ 415. That's not what. NTSP Can you tell me NT SBMS SB SBMS. Okay. 714 SBMS 714 or 714 dB. 714 dB. Okay, let it be. Now tell me what is the username, guys? Root. The username is root. What is the password, guys? Another root. Okay. Username is root, password is root. Okay. SP SPBMS, SBBMS. Why I'm asking you people, right, Babu? Yeah, this is the URL now, boss. Take it. Just take it and paste it. Just take it and paste it. Done, boss. Now listen. Now I don't have any active profile. Agree with me. Is there any active profile? Is there any active profile, my dear? Not there. Okay, now you run the application, boss. Now tell me, controller common for all the profile or when no profiles are there? Are you understanding? My MySQL one is there in default one. Okay. Now tell me, boss. Designation count. What is there, clerk? Yeah, this time happily application is running with what, guys? Pool data source. Tomcat pool data source, right? And observe, is there any active profiles? Are there any active profiles in my application? Now tell me what happens. Now what is the advantage now? A person knows about profiles, he will keep active profile. Person don't know about profile, still application runs with the default setup. Still application runs with the default setup. Beautiful concept, guys. When I learned for the first time, I really impressed. Are you getting my point? Sir, you may ask me one question. Sir, service and control are not kept in profiles. They are also executing as default one. Listen, they will execute when profile is active and profile is not active. But when you go for @profile default, they will only execute only when active profile is not there. There's a difference, boss. For example, you look at service class, guys. Everyone look at service class. Did I keep this one in any profile? No. So it will execute for all profiles now. It will execute when no profile is also there. No active profile is there, it will execute. It will execute for any active profile. Are you listening my statement, boss? But when you go for @profile default, that will execute only when there are no active profiles. There's a lot of difference, my dears, right? There's a lot of difference, my dear. Okay, boss. What is the meaning of @profile default? Here, default is not the profile name. Default is the setup name. What is the setup? When no active profiles are there, this will execute. If no active profile is specified, then all the bins of default profile will be instantiated and used. Instantiated and used. Okay, guys. Now listen. It is recommended to have complete setup of all the beans to execute for default for default profile, to execute in default profile. That means default profile. That means when No, when no active profiles are specified. Active profile is specified. When no active profile is specified. Now listen, sir, does it affect other things? It will not affect other things, guys. Now I'm going for this. I will go for dev mode. I will go for dev mode. Right. Run this application. One clerk. Dev is doing its own work now, boss. So is it disturbing when I active profile? Still it is able to work with MySQL, guys. Still it is able to work with MySQL. Okay, guys. Now listen. What is the one? What is the one I have to do? What is the one I have to do? We can make certain spring bean, working for specific profiles and also for default profile. Default profile as shown below. As shown below. Yes. Look at this line, guys. Look at this line. Please look at this line. Copy this, boss. Come here. Paste. Dash, 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 dash. I hope you convinced with me, my dear boss. Come on. So here default is specified or not there? Here default is specified. If you mention only default, it will work for default. If you mention along with the other profile, it also works in default profile. It also works in default profile. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay. Right. To make application running without active profiles we just need to comment what, guys? Okay, guys. Okay, you just need to comment this. What I have to comment? This one. Yes. Okay. Okay. Of application dot properties file. Application dot properties file. Okay, guys. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Right, boss. Okay. Now I'm asking one more question. Okay, here itself. Here one small note, guys. What is the note? We can include other profiles. Info only in application dot properties file. That means not possible in, not possible in what, guys? Profile specific properties files. Profile specific properties files. Not possible in profile specific properties files. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay. Okay. Someone is asking me, really default is the profile name, na sir? Default is not the profile name. Okay. Default profile means the one that executes, the setup that executes, the environment that executes when no active profiles are there. Default is not the profile name. Are you listening my statement? Okay. Default is not the profile name. It is the environment or setup of Spring or Spring Boot application that that executes when no active profiles are specified. No active profiles are specified. Are you listening my statement, guys? No active profiles are specified. Okay. I hope you are understanding. Are you feeling default? Did I take any application default.properties? Did I take any application default.property? Then why are you thinking about there is another profile called default? No, guys. No, don't ever think about that. I think you are getting idea what is the meaning of @profile default, or what is a default profile? What is a default profile? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, now listen. What is the difference between, now I'll give all the clarities, guys, don't worry. What is the difference between fallback profile and default profile? Default profile and also child profile. Child profile. Tell me, guys. Tell me. You are listening to me from the beginning now. You have to answer this. Okay. Next. Answer. Are dirty fellow, switch off your camera, ra Babu. Why are you dancing with camera? Listen, fallback profile, guys. What is fallback profile? The profile that executes. The profile that executes when requested active profile is not available. Requested active profile is not available. Understanding my point there? Okay. Next, default profile. The profile that executes when there are no, come on guys, when there are no active profiles in the application. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Next one, child profile. Child profile or profile include. Child profile or profile include. Right. The profile, the profile that is included to. that is included that is included that is included in application dot properties application dot property by specifying the profile name by specifying the profile name. Okay, okay. To reuse to re to reuse the keys and values of specific profile in application dot properties indirectly as fallback profile. Array indirectly as what profile, guys? Fallback profile. I think any confusion, boss? Any confusion on this? Now listen. Can we keep multiple beans of multiple string beans of same category in default profile? Same category or same type. That means common interface, common superclass. Come on, common interface or common superclass. That means having common superclass or common interface, common implementing interface. Common interface, implementing interface in default profile. Can you answer this question, guys? Okay, can you keep two DAOs in default profiles? Can I keep two data sources in default profile? Please think and tell me. Think and tell me. Array, when I touch topic, it should be depth, boss. No. Why? Ambiguity problem may rise or not. No means no. Ambiguity problem may rise or not. Speak out, my dear. Answer no. Not possible. Conflicts. Okay, conflicts or ambiguity problems may come. Ambiguity. Ambiguity problems may come. Problems may come. Conflicts or ambiguity problems may come. Okay, I'll show my dear. I'll show my dear. Go to this class, guys. Okay. This also I kept in default profile. This also I kept. C3P0 also I kept in default profile along with the UAT profile. This is data source, guys. Combo pool data source is a data source. Tomcat CP also I kept, boss. Tomcat CP also I kept. Now tell me, okay, what is there? No active profile. Is there any active profile now? Okay, not there. Okay, MySQL DAO is taken from default profile. That's a good news. Okay, it wants to inject with a data source. Tell me what? How many data sources are there in default profile now? Two are there. One is combo pooled. One is combo pooled. One is what? Tomcat CP. So ambiguity problems will come or not? You will get very interesting message. Expected single matching, but found two or found multiple. Like this, very interesting error will come or not? Designation count to one, clerk. Designation count to one, clerk. See this? Go to the side here. Unsatisfied dependency exception. No unique bean definition exception. Okay, expected single matching but found to CDS and TCP. CDS and TCP. Okay, guys. Array, listen, I created such a situation. No data source is available in the default setup. No data source is available in the data setup. Again, again, no active profiles, my dear. Okay. This time, what exception will come, guys? This time, what exception will come? Both exceptions are very interesting. Previous one is more matchings are found. Here, at least single matching also not found, guys. Single matching also not found. This time, see the error. Unsatisfied dependency. Unsatisfied dependency. Okay, look at this. Bean creation exception. Okay, bean instantiation exception. Okay, we are getting what? Bean creation exception. We are getting what? Bean creation exception. We are simply getting bean creation exception or not. Why? While creating data source, it has got the problem or not. While creating data source, it has got serious issue or not, guys. It has got serious issue. It has got serious issue. Okay. MySQL is created, but that method is not executed because both methods are commented now, boss. That's why. Right. Okay, guys. Now listen. Spring Boot gives. Okay. Gives. Uh, when more matchings are found, what is the exception it will give, guys? Non-unique bean exception. Huh? Okay, I'll copy paste. Don't worry. Okay. Ayo. Where is this, guys? Gives. Listen. No qualifying bean of type. Non-unique bean exception, guys. Okay. This is specific to certain environment, but I will just write the common message. Expected single matching, but found to. Found to. Will come. Okay, will come when more dependents of same type found. Of same type found to inject. To inject to target. To inject to target bean. Okay, guys. Spring Boot gives no such bean. What, guys? No such bean exception if the given bean ID based Spring Bean class object is not available. Spring Bean is not available. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Not available. No such bean exception. Are packages or something will be there. SF dot beans dot factory dot some package name. Don't worry. This time no package. These are very interesting. Minimum availability should be there. That is not there. No such bean exception. Come on. Overmatching is there. Expected single matching, but found 2, 3 beans. Then no unique bean definition exception. Okay, boss. Right. Now listen. Question. What is the difference between, let's see the end of, what is the difference between not adding at the rate profile on spring bean, okay, for spring bean, and adding at the rate profile default for spring bean, at the rate profile default for spring bean. Are you listening my statement, guys? I hope you are able to cope up with this. Is there any difference? Yeah. When at the rate profile is not added for any spring bean, that will work for all the profiles, for no profiles. It will work in what? No profiles environment and all the profile environment, right? But at the rate profile default will execute only when no active profile is specified. If any profile is specified, that bean will not participate in that environment. So that's why service and controller, did we write any at the rate profile? No. That means I want to see that one running for what? No profile environment, right? No profile environment. I will tell Ra Babu. I'll give clear cut idea. Choosing one party and voting for that party is like working for profile, boss. Spring Bean working for certain profile. Devar, UATR, XYZ. Listen carefully. Number two. Going to voting and pressing nota. Nota. What is there now, boss, in the EVM? Is like what? Default profile. I will come and vote, saying that I am not interested to elect anyone. Nota kind of thing. Okay, boss. Next one. Next one. Common voter will be there. What voter? Common voter. He is eligible to vote for any party, right? He may participate. He may vote for X party, Y party, or he may even go for Nota also. He may even go for what? Nota also. Understanding my point? So that is like what? Not adding at the rate profile on for the spring bean, guys. Okay. If at the rate profile is not added, if at the rate profile is not added for spring bean, okay, that will work for all profiles. That will work for all profiles when profiles are activated. It will even work for it will even work for even work it will even work if no profiles are activated. Right, guys? It's more all-rounder, guys. It's like what? More all-rounder. Are you listening my statement, boss? Okay. Next one. At the rate profile default. At the rate profile default. Okay. At the rate profile default. Profile based spring bean. will work only when active profiles are not specified. Only when active profiles are not specified. Are you listening? Which is more all-rounder, guys? The bean that is having at the rate profile, the bean that is not having at the rate profile, the bean that is not having at the rate profile, right? Look at our service and controller class. Did I add any at the rate profile? No. They worked when profiles are not aware. They worked when profiles are there. They worked when default profiles are there. Are you understanding it? They are ready for everything. So that's why you should have that maturity, boss. You should have that maturity. When you have a beans to work for certain profile, better to take beans to have a default profile. Are you understanding my point? Okay, when you feel that those beans are common in every time, then don't keep them in any profile. Don't keep them in any profile. When you have a beans to run in specific profile, definitely there should be beans that should run in default profile. But you feel beans are common every time, then don't keep them in any profile. Don't bind them in any profile. I hope you got the clarity, guys. Come on. Okay. In real projects, we keep data source classes. Data source classes. Come on. We keep data source classes, DS classes, DAO classes in specific profiles or in default profile. Because persistence logic changes. Database software to database software because SQL queries are database software dependent. Okay. In real projects, we don't keep, come on. In real projects, we don't keep. Are you listening my point? Controller service classes in any profile. Because they are common for all profiles. All profile and not dependent to any database software. I think I have given good knowledge or great knowledge or light knowledge of Spring profiles, guys. Now you analyze and tell me. Guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is end of profiles. Tomorrow onwards, I will discuss runners. Okay. Yeah, some people who are not aware of profiles, how they wasted their nights, they are keeping here. Okay, see, sir, without knowing this, everyone please look at, I sat entire night to fix the issue. Local issue is not coming, but environment issue is coming as bean creation failed. No such bean definition found. Thanks for depth knowledge, sir. Okay. Everything is crystal clear, guys. Read once. They will register permanently in the day. Yes. I'm not touching Maven one because that is not regularly used one. Okay, fine. Right. And once runners are over, I will try directly this one. I will directly go for Spring Data JPA. That is our major module after Spring Boot Basics. All these are part of Spring Boot Basics only, guys. Get learning fundamentals of Spring Boot, common topics of this one. Okay, boss. API integration will be taught along with the Spring Restra Babu. Okay, right. If you are feeling heavy, just practice once, just read once. This one will come. Are staging profile is nothing, boss. UAT is also called staging profile, nothing else. Some part of industry. Yes, listen, guys. Maybe in 1 2 days, I'm going to give Spring JDBC videos. Okay, spare some time every day to watch them. I think nearly 10 to 15 videos are there related to Spring JDBC. So every day, spare some time to watch them. Tomorrow, I will give. Okay, right, boss. Right now, as of now, no parallel batch for microservice. Once there, I will let you know. Once there, I will let you know. Okay. After Spring Data JPA, we have to teach Spring Mail, Spring Scheduling. Okay. Then Spring MVC. Then we have Spring Batch. Then we have Spring Security. Okay. Lot of big thing. Along with the security, JWT. Don't ask JWT separately. JWT is part of Spring Security only. Okay. Then we will be learning what? Spring REST. Then we will be studying microservices. Everything, boss. Right. Is that clear? So it's a big journey, boss. It's a big journey. Okay. Okay. Stop asking videos, start attending classes regularly. They are tools. Docker, Jenkins, all these are tools. Tools anyhow will happen weekends. Right. Thank you guys. Have a nice time.